Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Uh, it's been a solid minute or two since we did the last video, and it seems like I'm saying that at the intro of every one of these videos because it is a long time between. Um, I believe last videos were we did some stash ads. There, I was working on the '69 Nova, and then the small scale Nova, the 28-day Chevrolet from February, the small scale group build. So uh, there's been some odds and ends go on. I haven't had a lot. I've had some time, but I haven't spent time at the table. Just little bits here and there, and we'll show you what's going on and some things that are new. Sitting down with a spot of tea. Uh, Currently, I am on a vacation, not the kind that you get paid for. We'll call it a mental health holiday. It seems that there is no shortage of stupidity. Uh, and sometimes the guy lets that build up. And I removed myself from a situation before it became something other. So let me turn the camera around and we'll take a look at model stuff. Alrighty, guys, if you remember, this is our big block Nova. It was or is a Yenko Nova out of the box, a big block car, and we were doing the big Chevrolet, the big block. It's actually the engine that comes with it. We just did it as aluminum cylinder head, converted that water pump, made it like an electric pump, low mount alternator, a big Dominator carb, made the fuel line to put the distributor in. 3D printed headers which fit fantastic. Um, I've got the tall valve covers painted up now. They're drilled for breathers. The cowl induction hood is from the little small block SS350 car that you can build as a race car. Resin cast oil pan, a deep pan, looks like a Mylodon maybe pan. Uh, the thing that I was working on before and finally got in some paint is the rally wheels. Those are a resin rally wheel, and I opened up the air holes in them and the axle hole in the rear, and then painted them in an argent color, a good rally wheel argent color, um, and that's the way I want to leave it, like a street fighter look, along with that short cowl hood. Um, so that is where it's at currently. Got a color picked out. Um, it's it's a neat kit. These Revell, the '69 Camaro, the Nova, they're really the details fantastic in them. Radiator, I just shot the stock radiator in a little flat aluminum. We'll put some detail on it, but yeah, just a neat. What if, as I build cars? What if I was building it in my garage right here? What would I like to have? So next up is a '66 Mustang. I started this one last year, and it was a car that my parents had gotten me for Christmas 2 Christmases ago, and I really wanted to do it and have it done for this last Christmas, but that didn't obviously happen. The body's in primer. We've done some blocking on it, and the color that you see blown up on the inside there, that dark blue metallic, is what it's going to be, and we'll do a blue interior on it. The 289 is a bit of a hybrid of Windsor parts to make a decent looking 289. Chassis is painted. Now we've had to relieve that cross member for this 289 to sit in there proper, but that's about where it's at. Not too far, but it's back out front, and we're working on it. Get a little bit more done on it. Next over here, Joe Weatherly 1961 Pontiac Catalina, the Mobius model kit. This is what I'm doing for the NASCAR group build. I started working on this chassis, and every edge on this car has been smoothed. Um, the sharpness taken off of it. The flats have been worked. Um, the places where the was on the tree smoothed out. With a separate chassis like this, I'd always wanted to do a good chassis detail and then do pictures of that as its own build. So this car would essentially be two builds in one, maybe three. The engine, it's got a real nice Pontiac engine. The Mobius Pontiac it's hard to get good detail on a Pontiac engine. Just not many of them have been done. So the Mobius Pontiac that's in this is good. So that would be uh, its own deal. The chassis, the engine in the chassis with the exhaust and the wheels and then on it, ready for a body. Probably we'll do factory markings on it and as much detail as we can throw at it. Um, sounds like we got a long time, but the NASCAR season is only so long, so I have not touched the body yet, but I've been working on the frame, little bits here and there. Like I said, every edge, the sharp edges on these things, you can work. You can put a lot of time just in that. So that's where we are with the Pontiac. All right, so lurking around in the back was this car, Revell 68 Chevelle. It is sitting on a Pro Stock tube chassis and the interior tub, the wheel tubs and that. It's a resin cowl hood. I don't know I can't remember which Pro Stock car the chassis is from, but the wheelbase is perfect. And it fits up under without a whole lot of massage. We'll probably have to trim this back to get our bumper to fit correct. No big deal back there. But it's something that I'd wanted to do was another drag car and do with a lot of detail. I like the 68 Chevelle. 69 is a good looking car. They're close to the same car, but I like the thin wraparound taillights of a 68. So there is already a lot of parts for this car here, but that's going to be another video. There's engine, transmission, all the things that go with that. Just a ton of parts to go in this car. Again, when I build like I would want to build. And in my mind, if I was building not just necessarily a strip car, a drag car, but a street strip, just a badass, the baddest of the bad. Money is no object. This is going to be the car. This one right here. So again, it's for another video. There's too much to go into right now, but and it's not close to being up front and center to work on. So, and not last but not least, I should say, the 69 Camaro. This one is a E and Bays special. I picked this up at 3 a.m. when I couldn't sleep. Little story. Our pal Jason at Blue Ox Model Shop is sponsoring the Street Machine build. Now through the end of the year, Street Machine. When I think of Street Machine, I think of Carcraft Magazine, the Nationals in Des Moines, blower cars, pro street cars, monochrome paint. And my first thought was, yeah, I dig that stuff. I thought about the Mobius Nova, the gasser car, and building it as a street freak. Loud paint, lots of chrome, sitting high and proud. Have to have a blower. Then 3 a.m. I'm on the E and the Bays. At the same time, I'm watching a video from Jason, and he's answering some questions on the build. Uh, One of which was, does it have to be a new car? And his answer was no. It can be something that you've stalled on. It could be another build, as long as it lights a fire for you to build. And I'm looking through the model car junkyard, and this is what I'm looking at. And I thought, where is the challenge of building a new car if I could buy a car that's already been built? Maybe it's got problems, and turn it around. Because, hey, I'm not building new cars in my garage. These are all cars that have problems that hit me, that I buy anyway. So um, I could have bought a brand new model for what I paid for this and had it shipped. Again, where's the fun? So it is a Revell 69 Yenko Camaro. Does not have the Yenko stripes on it, but this is the orange plastic version from 1991. I think they put it out in a 2-car set with a Firebird. The first carnation of this would have been a yellow. It was yellow in the box anyway. I think, maybe it was yellow plastic. Yenko, then this, and then a white plastic with blue on the box as the Fast and Furious. So, Yenko car, 427 4-speed, in Hugger Orange. It has not been painted. This is the plastic, and it's clean. Pluses. A little bit of glue damage up front on that header panel, both sides and the center. We're missing a few parts. Upper radiator hose, the accessory belt, alternator, master cylinder, headers, exhaust, drive shaft. I believe the steering column and steering wheel are gone. The kit comes with a steering box, a sway bar, that kind of stuff's gone or never put in. And the rear springs are broken. The rear leaf springs, there's a piece missing. On that driver's side, that's busted on the passenger side also. But the chassis is not painted. I've got plenty of 69 Camaro parts. I have a love affair with a 69 Camaro anyway. I have one. My first car was one. So why not? Let's do this. So this is our official entry into the Blue Ox Hobby Shop Street Machine group build. So I'm sorry, Jason. I apologize. I'll make it up to you. I'm a liar and a fat mouth. But 3 a.m. you do crazy things on the E and the Bay, and so we'll do it something 80s style, and just have fun. That's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping and checking out. I know it's been a long time. I apologize. Try to get back into the swing. I like my hobby time. I like sitting down here. I just have not, my mind has been other places. So I will talk to you all later. Thanks again.